Hello everyone, hope you're feeling good. The researchers, ladies and gentlemen, greeting from the depth of sentimental. I don't know where to start. I hope the words help me. The words and the phrases dwindle, but I will try as best I can and hoping that the more satisfactory. I am glad to be with you in this scientific meeting and the wonderful staff in the world. My name is Ahmed Salama, Professor of Mathematics and Computer Science, Faculty of Science, Port Said University, and Dean of the Higher Institute of Business and Computer Science, Arish, Egypt. And today I will talk in my presentation about Neutrosophic mathematics and computer science. I hope you will like it. In real life problems, the data associated are often imprecise or non-deterministic. Since the world is full of indeterminacy, the Neutrosophic found their place into contemporary research. Indeterminacy is different from randomness. Indeterminacy can be caused by physical space, materials, and type of construction, by item involved in the space, or by other factors. Neutrosophy has been introduced by Samarnadaki as a new branch of philosophy. In 1995, Samarnadaki defined the notion of Neutrosophic sets, which is a generalization of fuzzy sets and deterministic fuzzy set. Samarnadaki first introduced the notion Neutrosophic set by fusing a three-component set and the non-standard analysis. A Neutrosophic set consists of three functions where every function's value is a real standard or non-standard subset of the non-standard unit interval. In 2015, Salama and Samarnadaki were introduced the Neutrosophic crisp set theory and many applications in mathematics, computer science, information system. Neutrosophic approaches are suitable to modeling problems with uncertainty, indeterminacy, and incomplete information in which human knowledge is necessary and human evaluation is needed. Neutrosophic set is capable of dealing with uncertainty, indeterminacy, and incomplete information. Neutrosophic set approaches are suitable to modeling problems with uncertainty and indeterminacy information in which human knowledge is necessary. Neutrosophic set means development many applications. Neutrosophic set, Neutrosophic logic, Neutrosophic probability, Neutrosophic statistics, Neutrosophic measures, Neutrosophic calculus, and so on are getting significant attention in solving many real life problems that involve that involve uncertainty, impreciseness, incompleteness, and indeterminacy. In the past years, the fields of Neutrosophics have been extended and applied various fields such as artificial intelligence, data mining, software computing, decision making in incomplete, indeterminate information system, image processing, medical, biomedical engineering, economics, social science, and practical achievements. The first example, or the first application, the Neutrosophic concept of Neutrosophic topological, the concept of Neutrosophic topological space. In 2010, I am introduced the Neutrosophic topological space by using the Neutrosophic, two types of Neutrosophic topological space. The first type, Neutrosophic topological space from Neutrosophic fuzzy set. And second type, Neutrosophic topological space by using Neutrosophic crisp set, Neutrosophic crisp topological space. Some Neutrosophic concepts have been investigated by me we was developed an Excel package to be utilized for calculating Neutrosophic data and analyze them by using object-oriented programming techniques and concepts of they may apply to the design and development a new framework to implement Neutrosophic data operation. Since then, many authors have studied various aspects of Neutrosophic set from different points of view. For example, in order to apply the Neutrosophic ideology, we obtained a good applications in cluster analysis and image processing by using Neutrosophic domain. Promi and Rafif al-Habib and Florentine Samarnadaki introduced many concepts of Neutrosophic applications. The concepts of rough Neutrosophic sets, we introduced the Neutrosophic, for example, the Neutrosophic, rough Neutrosophic sets. The rough Neutrosophic sets handled incomplete and indeterminate. Handled incomplete and indeterminate information and studied some operations and their properties. The theory of classical statistics assumes a crisp, certain and clear observation parameters in technology applications. However, in such technology applications, due to their complex function, it may not be possible to obtain clear or crisp values of certain parameters, so there is a chance of obtaining indeterminate, imprecise, and incomplete parameters. Neutrosophic statistics can be applied, Neutrosophic statistics applied, which is the generalization of the classical statistic. This is reduced. To classical statistics when no parameters are found to be indeterminate, imprecise, or incomplete in actual practice. The Neutrosophic Science International Association was established in 1999 with its headquarters at the University of New Mexico, United States. Neutrosophic Science Association, for the betterment of science, identifies and supports eminent Neutrosophics researchers. The association shall seek cooperation with other associations and organizations, sharing the same objective and being active in the field of Neutrosophic theories and applications. The association's primary aim is promote science, especially Neutrosophic theories and their applications. Our aim of our association is to support original research which is not necessarily restricted to ideal subject of Neutrosophic methods currently receiving emphasis. In 2015, Neutrosophic crisp theory, the first foundation of the theory were laid out in the book that was preceded by many research papers with participation with Professor Florentine Samarnedek. The Neutrosophic Sets and System journals in 2013. I was proposed to Florentine Samarnedek to publish the first scientific journal in the field of Neutrosophic. In 2016, the Encyclopedia Neutrosophic Researchers, the first volume of this encyclopedia, the first volume of the Encyclopedia Neutrosophic Researchers, added from materials offered by the authors who responded to the editor's invitation. The 78 authors are listed in the first volume. The volume contains the introduction. The volume contains the introductions, a short history of Neutrosophics, together with links to the main papers and books. Now, with the presentation of some important definitions, Neutrosophic techniques both combines all certainty and uncertainty data. Neutrosophic technique contains certainty and uncertainty. Neutrosophic is the latest developments in the certainty and uncertainty data processing. The Neutrosophic bot combines all Neutrosophic certainty and all certainty and uncertainty data. What is the Neutrosophic set? From the definition from Neutrosophy to Neutrosophic set. Neutrosophy, a new branch of philosophy which studies the origin, nature, and scope of neutralities, as well as their intersection with different idential spectra. Neutrosophic logic are generalization of the fuzzy logic and the instantistic fuzzy logic. Neutrosophic crisp logic are generalization of the crisp and instantistic crisp logic. Neutrosophic logic proposition has 3 degrees: trace degree, indeterminacy, and velocity, where T, I, and F are standard or non-standard subset of the unit interval. What is the Neutrosophic fuzzy set? Neutrosophic fuzzy set, let X be a non-empty fixed set. A Neutrosophic set from fuzzy is an object having the form 3 functions. That 3 functions: A, mu, alpha, and beta. Mu, alpha, beta, where and which represents the degree of membership functions: mu, namely mu, and determinacy, namely alpha, the non-membership functions beta of x. The sum of 3 functions degree, the sum of 3 degrees from 0 lies from 0 to 3. What is the Neutrosophic crisp set? The first, Neutrosophy leads to Neutrosophic fuzzy set leads to Neutrosophic crisp set. The Neutrosophic crisp set, let X be a non-empty fixed set. Then we can define the triple of subsets of the universal set X. This triple A1, A2, and A3. The Neutrosophic crisp set having the form A consists of 3 subsets for the universal set X, A1, A3. Neutrosophic crisp set is the object have the form A1, A2, A3 can be classified into 3 different classes as follows. The first class, A, is said to be Neutrosophic crisp set, or the class number 1, or the type 1 Neutrosophic crisp set class 1 is satisfied, A1 intersection E2 equals phi, A1 intersection E2 phi, A1 and intersection A3 equals phi, and the A1 A2 intersection A3 equals phi. This Neutrosophic crisp set with class or with type. Type 2, A is said to be Neutrosophic crisp set with type 2 or class 2. Neutrosophic crisp set class 2 if satisfied all A1 intersection E2, A1 with A3, A2 with A3, intersection, the intersection between A1, A2, A3 equals phi. And the union of A1, the first component, second component, and third component equal the universal set X. The class Neutrosophic crisp set class 3. A is said to be Neutrosophic crisp set of class 3 if satisfies all intersection for the three components equals phi, and all the union of all three components equal the universal set X. This Neutrosophic 3. Neutrosophic crisp set class 1, Neutrosophic crisp set class 1, Neutrosophic crisp set class 2, Neutrosophic crisp set class 3. These new types of Neutrosophic crisp sets named star Neutrosophic crisp set. Star Neutrosophic crisp set is another type, retract Neutrosophic crisp set. Neutrosophic crisp set contains all types of Neutrosophic crisp set with the class 1, class 2, class 3, star Neutrosophic crisp set, and the retract Neutrosophic crisp. A star Neutrosophic crisp set the Neutrosophic crisp set A1, A2, and the structure or the form A1, A2, and A3 of the non-empty fixed set X. Then the star Neutrosophic crisp set is A1 star, A star equals A1 star, A2 star, A3 star, where A1 stars equals A1 intersection the complement of union of A2 and A3. A2 stars equals the A2 intersection the complement of the union of A1 and A3, and the A3 star equal the third component A3 intersection the complement of A1 union A2. Star Neutrosophic crisp set A1, A3, A1, A2, A3. What is the retract Neutrosophic crisp set? The Neutrosophic crisp set, the retract Neutrosophic crisp set is a star Neutrosophic crisp set of category 1. In other words, for any Neutrosophic crisp set, if the three components A1, A2, and A3 satisfy the condition A1 AI intersection AG not equals phi for all I equals 1, 2, and 3. The retracting Neutrosophic crisp set at the structure the symbol of a retract equals the triple subsets A1 retract, A2 retract, and A3 retracts, where A1 retract equals A1 intersection the complement of A2 union A3, A2 retract equals A2 intersection complement A1 union A3, and the third component A3 retract equals the A3 intersection the complement of A1 union A2. From operations on the Neutrosophic of the retract Neutrosophic sets and the star Neutrosophic sets. Operation the complement of retract Neutrosophic crisp set may be defined as the following. The retract Neutrosophic intersection of the retract set A and the retract set B is defined by A1 retract intersection B1 retract, A2 retract intersection B2 retract, A3 retract intersection B3 retract. The retract Neutrosophic union of the third operation is defined by A retract union B retract. The following relation. Operation A1 retract union B1 retract, and second component A2 retract union B2 retract, and third component A3 retract union B3 retract. The retract Neutrosophic difference. All operations crisp set. Then we have crisp set, interstinistic crisp set. Crisp set leads interstinistic crisp set. Neutrosophic crisp set implies to or leads to star Neutrosophic crisp. Star Neutrosophic crisp leads to retract Neutrosophic crisp set. Retract Neutrosophic crisp sets as a generalization of all crisp sets. The relation between crisp set and Neutrosophic crisp set, fuzzy set, Neutrosophic crisp set, and Neutrosophic fuzzy set. Neutrosophic crisp set inside the Neutrosophic crisp set. Neutrosophic crisp set contains all types of crisp set, class 1, class 2, class 3, and Neutrosophic crisp set. Neutrosophic crisp set inside the neustinistic crisp set, inside the neustinistic fuzzy set, inside the fuzzy set, Neutrosophic fuzzy sets as a generalization of fuzzy set, neustinistic fuzzy set, neustinistic Neutrosophic crisp, and Neutrosophic crisp set. From problems to Neutrosophic decision, problem mathematics is used to transform the problem into data and then to process. We get information, organize information that leads to knowledge, then wisdom and optimal decision making. Decision making problem transformed into Neutrosophic data by using mathematics. When processing the Neutrosophic data leads to Neutrosophic information, leads to knowledge, implies to Neutrosophic decision, wisdom, and optimal decision. From crisp logic to computer science. From crisp logic to fuzzy logic, Neutrosophic logic. Neutrosophic logic contains all types of logic. Neutrosophic logic as a generalization of fuzzy logic, crisp logic. From crisp logic to crisp mathematics leads to crisp statistics. Crisp mathematics implies to fuzzy mathematics, implies to Neutrosophic mathematics. Crisp statistics leads to fuzzy statistics, leads to Neutrosophic statistics. From crisp logic to computer science and information technology by using Neutrosophic techniques. Some applications. What is the Neutrosophic information system? The principle of Neutrosophic computing useful to software implementation for a large plethora of applications. What is the Neutrosophic information system? And Neutrosophic information system consists of three variables A, R, and B. The Neutrosophic system equation A circle R equals B. A, the Neutrosophic inputs or Neutrosophic data. R is the Neutrosophic system, and Neutrosophic outputs. B, Neutrosophic information. A circle R equals B. From crisp statistics to Neutrosophic statistics and Excel, SPSS, or Excel package for with Neutrosophic Excel with Neutrosophic package and transform to SPSS. Crisp probability leads to fuzzy probability, leads to stochastic fuzzy probability, leads to Neutrosophic fuzzy probability. From the crisp statistics to Neutrosophic fuzzy statistics. Neutrosophic fuzzy statistics is a generalization of all statistics, crisp, fuzzy, and stochastic. This is implementing Neutrosophic operation using object-oriented programming. Neutrosophic operation classes, tools and techniques, object-oriented programming, C#, language.net framework, Visual Studio Net, and Excel. From crisp data to Neutrosophic data. This graph represents the Neutrosophic component. Crisp data A A is the crisp data. B, C, D, all B, C, D, E, B, C, D. B represent the membership functions for the crisp data 82.8. C, indeterminacy. D, non-membership function. Neutrosophic package interface. The cell contains 3 degrees, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and the set, Neutrosophic set A and Neutrosophic set B. The intersection may be defined as 3 types. Number 1, the first type for intersection between 2 Neutrosophic sets. The first type of intersection. The second type of intersection. The third type of intersection. Neutrosophic package interface for Neutrosophic for intersection. Neutrosophic package interface for the complement. 3 types of complement for between 2 Neutrosophic sets. The complement of Neutrosophic sets may be defined as with 3 types. The first type, second type, third type. The one cell in Excel contains 3 points or 3 values degree: membership, non-membership, and indeterminacy. This, for example, Neutrosophic chart by using a program. Neutrosophic package union chart. Neutrosophic package data structure, computer science, data structure, Neutrosophic crisp set, probability of Neutrosophic crisp set, Neutrosophic set, correlation of Neutrosophic data, Neutrosophic regression, Neutrosophic topology, Neutrosophic ideals, Neutrosophic filters, Neutrosophic database, Neutrosophic image processing, Neutrosophic security, Neutrosophic GIS topology, implementing Neutrosophic data, image retrieval using Neutrosophic domain, enhancing image using Neutrosophic domain. Some applications, another application, crisp e-learning, fuzzy e-learning, e-learning in stochastic fuzzy leads to e-learning Neutrosophic. E-learning Neutrosophic as a generalization of all types of e-learning. From crisp security to fuzzy security and stochastic fuzzy security to Neutrosophic fuzzy security. Neutrosophic fuzzy security as a generalization of all types of security. Neutrosophic image processing as a generalization of all types of image processing. Neutrosophic database as a generalization of all types of database. Neutrosophic GIS topology as a generalization for all GIS types of GIS topology. Crisp mathematical morphology. Neutrosophic mathematical morphology as a generalization of all from topology to Neutrosophic topology. Neutrosophic crisp topology, the relation between Neutrosophic and second Neutrosophic fuzzy topology. From crisp topology and stochastic crisp topology, Neutrosophic Neutrosophic crisp topology. From Neutrosophic crisp topology to Neutrosophic topology. Neutrosophic topology as a representation of some filters. Neutrosophic filters contains all types of filters. Neutrosophic ideals contains all types of ideals. Neutrosophic GIS topology types of topology. Neutrosophic approach for mathematical morphology. Mathematical morphology is also the foundation of the morphological image processing, which consists of a set of operators that transform image according to the above characterization. Neutrosophic mathematical morphology applications in image processing, applying Neutrosophic mathematics morphology in image processing. From image to Neutrosophic domain. Neutrosophic domain for image, a value represented the membership functions mu and indeterminacy and non-indeterminacy. A value represented of the force value is called his tensor measure by of x. This the force component for Neutrosophic, a new component for Neutrosophic domain. By of x equal 3 minus the sum of all degree function. From the grayscale image by using Neutrosophic crisp component. This is the Neutrosophic crisp component and star Neutrosophic crisp component for image. The Retract component for the grayscale image. From the original grayscale image and binary to the Neutrosophic crisp to the Neutrosophic domain. A new structure for logic gates using Neutrosophic techniques. Neutrosophic logic gates. This example. Neutrosophic logic gate, the trace table of Neutrosophic and gates. Neutrosophic logic gates design a Neutrosophic AND gate. Another application, Neutrosophic logic gates. Thank you for your kind attention. I hope you have liked the topic today. Goodbye.